Hello, today's episode of Button Boys is brought to you by Borderlands 4, the new game from Gearbox. We'll be talking about it throughout the episode, but until then, enjoy the show.
Power on. Select your players.
Pierre, Sarah, Glenn.
Select your topic.
Games.
Select your format.
Entertaining podcast.
They're called the Button Boys. So make some fucking noise. 'Cause they're gonna talk about video gaming and stuff.
Button Boys.
Tank Fly Boss Walk Jam Nitty Gritty, you're listening to The Boy from the Big Bad City. This is Glenn Moore, and I'm joined as ever by Sarah Keyworth and Pierre Novelli. Welcome to Button Boys.
That was really impressive. I don't know what that was.
That was mad.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I wrote it myself.
I never know what you're going to do.
No, I
And
never
it's
run it by you guys.
Completely unexpected every time.
Yeah, that was a real producer Ben said, right, well, let's start. And I suddenly thought, I haven't thought of anything to say today.
And that was just there waiting.
That was waiting to go.
Wow.
I've always
Wow.
wanted an opportunity to
I
say that little
Figured
bit
you
of the
were
song.
practicing it in your room like a...
In front of the mirror,
Fucking-
Yeah.
trying to summon Candyman. Yeah. Well, same question as we always ask. Biggest poo you've ever done?
I hate that Ben has to edit this out every week.
Yeah.
And the answer's always the same.
Yeah. No updates.
Yeah, so no one's broken the world record. Pierre, what have you been playing this week?
My usual mixture. I've got to the point with blueprints where I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see that there are interesting things to be done.
Yeah.
But I have no idea how to do them. In the same way that if I stumbled into someone's workshop where they made kind of elaborate devices,
Yeah.
I could see the motherboards and the chips and the screws and the screwdrivers and the laser printer and all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'm looking at it going, well, I know I could make an iPhone, but I can't make an iPhone.
Are you 100% sure there is still more to do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That I know. But I don't know how. And I don't know what to do about it.
My problem is, and I'm not sure if we already discussed it with blueprints, was I didn't know. I knew I had to take notes, but I didn't know what level of notes I had to take.
Yeah.
So I was going into each room being like, this chair has 4 legs. And then the next one I'd be like, it still has 4 legs. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And I'd be writing down all these things about how the chair has 4 legs. People are like, stop looking at the fucking chairs.
This is like me taking notes in lectures at uni where I would not know what the thing... Everyone else would start writing and I'd be like, I don't want to fucking know what they've just written. So you just start writing down anything that's being said and then you look back at it, you go, everything is irrelevant.
This is this looks illegal. What I've written. I once sat down in a second year lecture and I realised it was for maths and I was doing English literature and I realised too late and the lecture started and I thought at no point did I really cross my mind, I don't know anyone in this room, and I just pretended to make notes throughout and it was just like it's even worse when all your notes are numbers. So you go, what am I meant to do with this later?
So we're going 7. I keep forgetting
yes.
that we're allowed to use 7 now, aren't we?
I've heard of that, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, awful stuff. Right, Blueprint. Sarah, what have you been playing?
Well, I haven't been playing anything, Glenn. I haven't, because what I did this week was move house, and then I did a 55-mile bike ride from London to Brighton.
Yes.
And actually, the only thing I hate more than climbing in games is climbing in real life on a bike. Fuck. I did play Dark Souls
Yes,
last
of
week.
course.
I kept up with Dark Souls.
Likewise.
And I realised the irony of how much I was grumbling because the particular bit of Dark Souls that I was stuck on, where the bonfire is to where you have to get to start like actually fighting your way through. It's like a minute or two of walking. It was annoying me how much distance I had to travel.
Yeah.
And then I got so mad that I threw my controller down and was like, I'm sick of all of this traveling. And then I got on a bike and I cycled to Brighton. And
What was harder, a boss run back in Dark Souls or the trip from London to Brighton?
On a bike.
Which boss?
Ooh.
Oh, Capra Demon.
Well, I actually managed to do the cycle.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I finished
you
that.
threw your poo at the person who came first and you overtook them.
Yeah, I threw my dung pies at Brighton and it came closer.
Yeah. But you were doing this for charity, right? People can still sponsor you?
People can still sponsor me if they want to. That's a game. That's an addictive game in itself.
Yeah.
Sponsor what? GoFundMe?
Just Giving.
Just Giving,
That should be on the board, actually.
Yeah, we'll do one next week. But
Yeah.
we'll put the details of how to sponsor Sarah Keyworth in the episode description.
Yeah. So I've not picked up any games because you can't
I
game
think
and
that's
bike.
understandable.
Yeah.
I did a bit of Hell Let Loose yesterday.
Ooh.
They've released a lot of major updates, and they've announced Hell Let Loose Vietnam.
Yes, now Vietnam looks great because I'm not someone who's played Hell
I
Let
don't
Loose.
know anything about war games, and all of them sound fucking mental.
So Vietnam is a real place, but
And it's not having a war right now, but it did.
yes, what I liked.
I just think of I know all war is bad. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, right. Well, we're going to have to cut this bit out because I think people are going to get a bit
We're going to
upset.
debate this
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I just think that particular war is wild that anyone's gone, yeah, let's render that. Let's
Let's reminisce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to go back. I'd love to experience that.
Yeah. I think it's once there's a movie about it, the games industry goes, let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's
do it.
That's a green light.
I'm someone who's never played Hell Let Loose, but I'm
Yeah.
intrigued by it. It just looks very, very intimidating because of the level of realism. What I like about reading about Hell Let Loose Vietnam is the idea that both teams are fully different. Because if you are playing as the Americans, you've got access to all this infantry and like heavy artillery and all that sort of stuff. And then if you're playing as Vietnamese soldiers, you're more sort of underground, traps-based,
Guerrilla warfare.
completely different set of skills. And I really like that as an idea.
Yeah, it's not a kind of generic like 1v1 super balanced thing. And also, I will say that guys behind Hell Let Loose, they do keep releasing maps and like quality of life upgrades, and they're really on it. I mean, every month or so, they're fixing and adding another map and fixing like certain things that couldn't be destroyed by anyone except a special character.
Like Rainbow Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
How much?
Are now like destructible because that was ruining the game. So if something's like wrecking multiplayer, where it's like, well, that's OP. Like, there's no way around that. They'll give it a little weakness that you can.
How much would you melt into a happy puddle if they invited you to tour their offices?
I'd be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah.
I would like
yeah.
it more if they gave me in the game superpowers just for me.
Just you.
Apparently, their office is like hyper realistic. Like you're not allowed to kill any of them when you go there.
If you kill any of them, you go to jail in real life.
You get to jail in real life, like forever.
It's
like,
true.
That's so clever.
Yeah, I think it's so good. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to do that.
Yeah.
I've been playing. Look, just giving is technically a game. I've been playing one. I don't. It's not technically a video game, but it was a group. I've been playing Zip Zap Boing with a few friends. Just a few like trust exercises and stuff. Just playing a few. Sort of
It's weird that we've never
Trustful
played
Simulator.
that. Yeah.
just as mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have done.
Yeah.
should- yeah.
Before each podcast.
Just to get warmed up.
Can
It's
you
just
imagine?
to get the
The ideas flowing.
think we-
Saying E-E-E-N-E energy or whatever the fuck that one is. I fucking hate that shit.
I've been playing Mafia the Old Country, if I'm going to be honest.
Nice.
Yeah, I am really enjoying it. It's very Xbox 360 era, third person, 10 hours. You have a great time, very cinematic, very popcorny. You probably won't remember it by the end of the year, but it's just like almost a good like Saturday afternoon cinema movie sort of experience.
You would hate to be described like that, wouldn't you?
As
a human being.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a 7
yeah,
out of 10. Yeah.
Good fun 10-hour experience, but you won't remember it by
I
the end of the
won't
year.
remember them when I sing Old Lang Syne.
Well, the Mafia would play Zip Zap Boing before their meetings.
Yeah,
So it's just to get
Yeah,
everyone jazzed up about
I'm going to
being-
give you a big booty that you can't refuse. What I like about this new Mafia game is this is the only one that's not set in America. This is set in Italy and starts off with the guys
Was
basically...
there an Italian mafia?
Right? Yeah. Real
Whoa,
life.
crazy.
Yeah. But unlike Vietnam, Italy isn't real.
Oh,
And you heard it here first.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone you ever met from Italy is just Spanish. Hope that helps.
We'll clip up just... Do you agree? And we're gonna get, there'll be so many comments on TikTok. All positive, I hope. But...
Yeah.
Pasta is from China. Grow up. Okay? Pizza's an eggless quiche.
And they
Peace out.
snap it because it's more efficient.
Oh, that's going to annoy the Italians.
Yeah.
It's even more than what I said.
Oh,
Mario Slovakium. So, Mafia the Old Country, this time you play as a guy who's repaying a debt to the Mafia by working in mines in like the early 1907. And he managed to break out and he escapes from the people he's been working for and ends up running into the Mafia who take him in. And he sort of, it's a very Godfather-esque story of a guy sort of building up his career. But the vistas, the views of Italy are absolutely
Oh,
splendid.
wow.
It's really, really lovely. It's really special. And what's nice is...
what's swimming in the sea like there?
I haven't done it because you can't go in the... I've seen the water a lot, but I haven't tried going in the water. I imagine it's splendid. What I quite like about it is it's an open world game that doesn't actually let you do open world. It's just like, we're just going to take you from mission to mission to mission. Trust me, this looks gorgeous, but you wouldn't want to travel towards it. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Hollywood sign. Nice from a distance, but don't get involved.
Yeah.
Like...
No. Just changed my mind.
Okay. Was it Zelda?
No.
Okay. They've got
Don't
really good...
slag off Italy anymore.
a little tiny little quirk. I know we did an episode a few weeks ago of just like little bits in game. Really like, yes please, nice bits in games. The navigation system is, because obviously it would really take you out of the realism of just a big green arrow was like this. All the signposts that you see in towns direct you towards whatever your objective is. So it's just, and you just go, that's a nice little marker. I like that.
Yeah.
I remember the Getaway back in the day.
As opposed to a crazy taxi, like...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
There's just an old lady in the middle of every town square going, eh. This way. A nonna.
I remember the Getaway, that game, that sort of GTA-esque game that was set in central London in 2001, and it's a really interesting PS2 relic now, because if you go through it, they did map out London like they do on Google Street View, so you just keep going past like the Carphone Warehouse and all these sort of old things that we just don't have.
Oh, weird.
Do we still have Carphone Warehouse?
No, I
I don't know. Phones for you, maybe.
Yeah.
We've got cars and phones and warehouses.
We've got all three, but for some reason, never the twain shall meet.
We got divorced.
The way the navigation system would work is your car's indicators would turn on if you needed to turn left or turn right. Like it would tell you like, oh, the factory's over there. So your indicators would start to flash left. But the closer you got to a junction, they'd flash really, really quickly. And it'd be like, well, that's taking me out of the game, isn't it? Because I'm really going left. My only
It's like
issue...
having your partner in the car next to you going, it's left here.
Yes,
It's left here.
It was back there. My only issue with the game is, for some reason, even though all you want to do is be firing these cool pistols and cool rifles, every time you encounter like a boss fight, a major enemy, the camera always cuts to like a little glint from the back of them, just like a knife in their pocket, and you have to have a knife fight with everyone, and the knife fight mechanics are a bit shit.
Oh no.
And it's just like press square to slash and to thrust and to dodge, and it takes ages, and every time you encounter a cool new enemy you're like, haha, can't wait to have a gunfight with him, and then they get their knives out and you're like, oh, for fuck's fuck me. That's the only downside to it. But Mafia or Country, I'd say it's a good time that I won't remember by Christmas.
With the knife fights like Dark Souls, where you're like tumbling around the floor over and over again.
Well, yeah, because you can't really do, like, your character's not that mobile. You're just walking around a ring going, and it's just like little, like, pathetic knives.
But there's not somersaulting.
No, it's not somersaulting.
Oh, right.
No. Oh, I wish the Mafia did somersaulting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two acrobats knife fighting.
Whereas the Mafia just did some assaulting.
Very good.
Whoa.
Right.
Very good.
My God.
You've more than made up for forgetting.
Fresh off the griddle.
You've
Take us just a moment to appreciate that.
Glenn's more than made up there for forgetting the word braces while talking about a
wouldn't
guy
go that
called
far, Pierre.
called
That was a low moment.
Shout out to the comedian Christopher MacArthur Boyd, who wrote on Instagram under the video of you doing that. Genuinely worried about Glenn now. Genuinely concerned for his brain.
think about it later on that
comedian
night.
whose brain works a mile a minute, just miming braces for so long.
Genuinely that night, I stared at when I was in bed, I just stared at my ceiling thinking about that. And then before I knew it was 2 days later. I imagine I'm fine.
Button Boys.
Now, I said at the start of the episode, this episode is sponsored by Borderlands 4, which came out very, very recently, and we all played it together. I think we had a really good time. Had you ever played it, Sarah?
I had never played any Borderlands ever, and I don't game online. So this was two new experiences. And so it was very nice to be playing a cooperative game with friends. We were shared goal rather than being flattened by Steam.
It's co-op single player, so you've got the missions, and in the cutscenes, the characters address you as you, regardless of which of you is playing. Like, it's done really neatly, given that it must have been quite a confusing thing to like write.
It's like you're with a team, but you're a narcissist.
Yes, yeah.
So it's like full main character.
Yeah, everyone's got main character syndrome.
Yeah. And like when we have someone who tells a story and they're like, oh, one time I was doing this thing, and the person they're telling it to is like, I know, I was with you.
I did that.
I was right there with you.
I killed that alien.
Yeah.
That's so perfect for I'm a complete narcissist. So it's like whenever I watch Titanic, I ring up Bill Paxton and say the woman in the picture is me. I'm like it's all about me. it? Yeah. And the game really throws you into the action. You sort of select from one of 4 different characters, and we had to work that out amongst ourselves because there were 4 of us playing. Yeah. And then it just throws you straight into a cutscene, and it throws you straight into the action, and then you were just there. The tutorial does not hold back. It's just relentless, like, here's your guns, here you fucking go. And I really like that element to it because you just have no choice but to just go, right, we're doing this and we're leaping in.
Yeah, especially when you're playing with Glenn, who turns out plays every game like he's been playing it for years. You just set off.
Yeah, but
I was figuring out how to jump and Glenn had finished it.
Glenn, where have you gone? You're 300 meters away again.
Are you guys not following me?
No.
Well, Ben was implying I was more Leroy Jenkinsing my way through. So there wasn't any skill. I was leaping ahead and then having to be like, guys, I've shit myself. Like that was like the constant. Yeah, it wasn't like I was coming back being like, right, I finished the get. We can roll credits now. Bye. It was like, no, I needed relentless assistance.
Yeah.
I was a toddler who didn't learn at any point.
I was just about to say, kept running into traffic.
Yeah,
consistently.
Yeah. There was a kid at my primary school who once went like skidding on his knees in the playground and obviously like cut his knees to bits and started screaming.
Yeah.
Went to the nurse and then he came out really triumphantly and just did a skid again and it was like, what did you think? That was me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really got to me then.
Yeah. No, he was fine.
Yeah, no,
sure.
sure.
Yeah. I hope.
Even though I wasn't like that au fait with the general story, it does a good job of just giving you the bones you need to.
Yeah, I hate when games give you too much exposition though. Have you ever played? Sometimes you play like FIFA and it'll be like, this is Lionel Messi. He was born in 1988. For fuck's sake, I know, Argentina, yeah. Made his way through the youth team. And
Do you
then,
think I'm here playing this game and I don't know who Messi is?
Association football began in
was played with a pig's bladder.
These are feet.
But it is really fun and it's very frenetic. The action is very, very fast paced. The enemies are nicely spongy, and I mean that positively. Like it takes a couple of you to take one person down.
The big boys. There's the little rat man running
The
around.
little runts, they're your bread and butter.
It's manageable, yeah. It's nice to start a game where you can just kill people straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
as opposed to building up to your first job and, oh God, I feel
really
nervous
happy
about this.
To just like,
Then there's all the character power-ups, like you can get in there and basically punch someone in half with a flaming fist and things like that, where it goes a bit third person.
The violence is so cartoony, and then you zoom into what you've just done, and it's like Hotline Miami, where you're like, I feel guilty about that person doesn't have a face. They don't have a face anymore.
Yeah,
I thought I was punching him in the tummy.
Yeah.
At one point, I saw a fully skinless head rolling down a hill and hitting a tin can, and it meant plonk.
Yeah, and it was me because I needed help.
You were describing that, and I ran over to have a look.
Yeah.
Little skinless head over here. And I was like, let me see.
Yeah, it felt like a real Stand By Me sort of like, hey, want to see a dead body in the woods that we found? What was everyone's unique ability?
Couldn't tell you, Glenn. Did it probably 12 times, got no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was a witch.
Yeah.
And I was sort of, I swapped just before the end and I was quite excited to use that and then we stopped playing. But one of them, she like creates an explosion and has these like mad purple wings.
When you ran past me with just enormous bat wings, it was like, are you going to a party? Where has this happened? And then producer Ben had like fucking blades for arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
And had like his own unique animations where he was zipping around the field and it was like, you're time travel. How did you learn to time travel? I don't have this.
It was like that fighting Anchorman.
Yes. It was just
You had a grenade.
Yeah. It was like I was able to like suspend characters in a glowing orb in the sky. And then what means you just shoot them and it's very, very easy.
Yeah,
And that's really, really good.
was self-explanatory.
That was a useful one to have.
Yeah.
I'm very glad I had that. Do you remember yours? Because you had the big beefy guy who we nominated you to play as.
I had big beefy fire Viking man who said things like, my end will be loud and red. About his own death. So I was like,
as opposed to his ass.
Yeah. If your end is loud and red, go to the doctor, etc., etc. He was
very really blunt NHS pamphlets. I don't think I should word it like that.
He could sort of punch the earth and create a kind of fire earthquake.
Oh, that's fun.
He could have a big flaming fist that he could beat people up with. A few times I ran out of ammunition because I hadn't opened enough glowing pods, and so I just punched someone to death.
But I thought we had quite a good teamwork dynamic. I thought of when we were all fighting together. I thought it was just like everyone does their own thing. We all died a lot, but we never got a game over. And I think that's a really impressive thing.
Are you going to tell people what happened?
Was this the time where I came towards you, I tried to run as quickly as I could towards you, and I knee slid through you, and you
Through
vanished.
my dissolving corpse.
You just vanished into the ether, and I didn't manage to do that. I also
like
didn't...
that boy from your school.
There was also a sort of dynamic of second wind or something, but I couldn't quite figure out how it worked. I think
fight your way to survival or something. I think you just had to keep fighting.
because you can keep shooting while you're down.
Just as well as when you're upright. And if you kill someone while downed, you just come straight back. And that is excellent.
It cheers you up so much that you forget that you were about to die.
Yeah.
I really like the fact that it's cross-play enabled. I've always been a PC person, and that is why growing up I was always so annoyed whenever my friends got really into consoles, because I'd be like, well, then it's impossible. We're in different universes. So the advent of cross-play is such a revelation to me. I just can't believe it works.
Yeah.
And we were on every device.
You on PC, Sarah's on PS5, producer Ben on Xbox.
Yeah.
I was on Mega Drive, and it was still, but it was,
It's an
it
example
was loud,
of a
but
harmonious world that we could only dream to live in, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were times when you guys weren't allowed to be in the same room.
And I will
I
say,
regret saying that about 4 white people playing a game together.
beautiful harmony. And I will say I really like the voice acting. Good voice acting for a lot of cutscenes, a lot of plot to get through.
Yeah.
Which is, I always feel sympathy for the voice actor for that.
My favourite one is the game that came before Skyrim, Oblivion, where all the voice actors were given their dialogue in alphabetical order.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I
So-
think we've talked about this before.
Yeah, and none of it makes
the
any
tone
sense.
Is mad. Yeah.
So, exactly, where it's supposed to be a seductive situation, the character goes, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Instead of, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But it was all really nicely
You're a
done.
bad boy!
Yeah, and it was the opposite of that. It was really, really well done.
Fuck me! So there you have it. Thank you very much, Take-Two, for the codes. We really appreciate the copies of the game, and we really enjoyed playing it. Remember, you can get Borderlands 4 on all consoles. It's on PlayStation, Xbox, it's on PC. It's also coming to Nintendo Switch 2 next month. On to the rest of the episode.
Button Boys.
Speaking a few moments ago of Christmas, I want to talk about just our first times with games and consoles, and what your console history is. Because I know that you haven't always been a console person. You have been a PlayStation person. But what was your first ever? Do you remember your first ever game you ever played, and was it yours?
Okay, first ever game on PlayStation. My earliest memories, PS1, were demo discs.
From like the magazines?
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
you'd have multiple different things on them. And so Medieval, I think I've talked about Medieval before.
I had that, yeah.
And like, I think I've talked about Croc before. Like those really sort of janky PS1 games that I would play with my brother that I didn't even fully understand. I didn't know what I was meant to be doing. I was just sort of walking around and then dying, and then I'd walk around a bit more. Or you'd walk around a bit and it would be like, buy the game to play. But I didn't know what a demo was. I didn't know what a demo was. So I was this game's crap. Why is this game so crap?
They're
Just
also
keeps
short.
Stop it at the same bit.
One level.
Yeah, it was really annoying.
Had you ever played anything like a Sega Mega Drive or anything before that, where it's like 16-bit graphics? And because PlayStation and N64 were like the first, like everything's in 3D and you can rotate the camera.
No,
and...
we never had a Nintendo. I think my cousins did. I've got sort of vague Super Mario memories and things like that. I got a Game Boy when I was maybe sort of 10-ish, and I was really quite obsessed with this, actually in hindsight quite shit Mario game that was like a series of mini games, and one of them was just like basically Where's Wally but with Mario.
Yeah.
I think it was on a DS.
That's a sort of game.
And you just had to, it was like loads of Luigi's or something, and you had to find Mario in it.
That's a sort of game you get on a plane.
But I was fucking...
Do you know what I mean? Where
Guys,
it's like...
I swear to God, I'm sick of this game. I was so fucking good.
You know, like you're getting a really long haul flight and they're sort of like, and we've also got like Virgin Atlantic's new range of games.
Yeah.
And it's always like, Stranger Things word search. And you're like... Okay, yeah.
And also, they won't have like normal chess, but they will have like wet chess. And it's the same as chess, but there's like sometimes there's a slide and it's underwater. And you go,
Yeah, sometimes the pieces just sort of float a bit further across. Like the idea of it in chess is like air hockey, or like you can accidentally flick a piece too hard.
Yeah.
And it can overshoot.
The fact that the concept of chess is trademarked. So you can't have chess, I'm afraid. Yeah.
You can have wet chess or dragon
we
chess.
don't want chess ringing us up saying that we've used chess.
Yeah, we're having to call it Porn Fight Dragon Age.
My problem is I loved
Long drafts.
My issue is I loved wet chess so much, but the only way I can play it is to book a flight to Jamaica. It's one of the most expensive games I've ever played in my life, which like drives me up the fucking wall. What was your first? Tell us about your first time, Pierre.
It must have been the Sega Mega Drive or whatever the South African weird cracked version of it was that we got allowed to buy.
Mandela 3000.
The Mandela 3000, yeah. The Medibatron. We got
3D Melson.
Get that on the wall. We had some combination of Streets of Rage.
Was it a trio of games in one?
Yeah.
Was it Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, and Shinobi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that.
Shinobi was unplayable for us.
Yes.
It was unplayable. Yes. Golden Axe and Streets of Rage were the same, where it was like you can either be the characters from an 80s gangster film where it's like, oh, you can tell he's a gangster because he's wearing a sideways visor and he's got a short, like a mullet. Yeah, frightening.
Yeah, short blonde hair that still requires a headband.
Yeah.
It was Axel Blaze. There were names like that.
Rose,
I
think, was the lady. And then the other one was the sort of D&D version of that, where it was barbarian, kind of witch lady, and dwarf.
Yes, and dwarf it was best of players because his axe was so big it was basically an AoE attack. And everyone just took the same amount of damage, and when they died would go,
little colourful skeletons.
My sister and I played it so much, Golden Axe, because on the Sega Mega Drive you couldn't save. So the games were really short. You just had to play them again from scratch each time. And in between Golden Axe levels, your character would be asleep by the fire.
Yeah.
And a little urchin would come along with a big sack, and you had to
like
whack
a goblin or something.
It was like a little goblin, and you had to whack his sack to get your own stuff back, which was shit because you were like, "But I've banked that. That's mine." I played Golden Axe again on Nintendo Switch as part of a classics collection, which I really recommend doing because the nice thing about, and PS Plus do this with their classics, is they have a rewind function for really old games. So if you are playing something like Golden Axe and you get hit, you can just be like, no, pause it, rewind. No, you didn't hit me, and you can do it again.
Wow.
Golden Axe takes half an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
The game is half an hour. I couldn't believe how short it was.
It was years to us.
Right.
Golden Axe.
Were you good at games when you were kids?
Looking back, can't have been.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, surely not. But I mean, I guess I was miles ahead of anyone who wasn't playing games.
I just don't know at what stage I started to understand games.
Yeah.
So was it just sensory for you?
I think so. I think a lot of it was. I thought I was, I was going for a virtual walk, basically.
Yeah.
You started out as like a walking simulator fan.
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't really know what I kind of had to do. I tell you what, my brother and I used to play. We used to play Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
And he always wanted to race, but I wanted to do the battles. And I found it really exhilarating when you could just choose one of the environments and it would be like first to hit each other 10 times or something.
Right, yeah.
And we would just be chasing each other around. But it would be so frightening.
Yeah.
Because he would be so good and I'd be so bad.
You get the chase feeling.
Yeah, the chasey feeling in the
Running
game.
up the stairs,
Yeah.
someone's chasing me with a hose.
Yeah, really, like freaked me out. But I always wanted to do that because I thought it was more fun. We did it on Killzone as well.
Fuck, you had... I was so jealous of anyone who had Killzone. I was quite late to PS2 because and I spoke about it a couple of episodes ago, where I was so angry when the PS2 came out because I could only really afford like one game a year on PS1. I was like, I'll never be able to afford a PS2. And I just thought if enough of us rally together and don't get the PS2,
You're a purist.
they'll say we made a mistake. I'm sorry. We're just going to go back to PS1. We're going to go back to bad technology, you know?
Yeah.
By the time I did get a PS2, Killzone was kind of old news because it was almost like a PS2 launch day. What was it like?
I can't actually believe that we owned a game called Killzone with the parents that we had.
Did you like try and claim it was called like Calzone? And it's like
yeah.
It's like a murder folded over.
Yeah. But it's like overcooked. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Italian overcooked.
Yeah.
Killzone.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Don't want to spread misinformation.
Yeah. Come on.
So I never again played the game.
Right.
I never played I don't think I really even understood God, what age? Listen, I don't know what isms I have. Well, I do, but I'm very happy to accept the world as it is in front of me. I'm not a question it kind of guy.
Oh, we've been gaslighting you for. You know this podcast isn't going out.
So comfy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to know. Whatever you're up to, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
You'd be in your element in one of those Alzheimer's supermarkets.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
In the Netherlands.
The peace I'd bring me.
So wait. So you loaded up the game,
My brother loaded up the game.
right?
I don't even know how to do that. Well, I kind of did after a while. But I always wanted to play with him. I just wanted to do what he was doing. So he would play the game on his own and, fight against computers. But I was too shit to fight against computers. So I wanted to fight with him. That was my favourite thing when we played Killzone.
Right.
I wanted to be on his team and it'd be like we fight the NPCs. But the compromise was he and I dropped into a landscape, just the two of us. And it would be like, first kill wins, basically.
Right, okay.
That's a haunting experience when you're in a completely deserted landscape and your big brother's trying to shoot you in the head.
Oh, so it was you versus him, and he's the fucking Terminator.
And like his aim at the age of like 11, horrifying.
Yeah.
Really horrifying.
I can't remember. I don't understand how we used to aim back in the day. Because on my stag do, we brought a GameCube for like the final night because Time Splitters was like Time Splitters 2 was something I absolutely loved, and me and a couple of old uni housemates used to play Time Splitters, even though Time Splitters has been something from when I was at school, and it was so dated by this point. But we've spoken about this on the pod. You fucking hated Time Splitters.
It looked interesting enough, but I could not play it.
But like 4-player on the same screen, the targeting reticules were just impossible back in the day. If you've tried playing like GoldenEye now, in multiplayer, if you like look up, say, to aim in the top right, and you let go for a second, your aim immediately reverts back to the center, and you go, "What on earth were we doing?"
It's like your gun is tied to an elastic band that's tied to your belt.
Yes, yeah, like a Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah.
Like you've got a harness and you're trying to move as far forward as you can, but you keep snapping back.
It was impossible. I couldn't make head or tail of it. And because you guys all had like visual memory of the levels and what the characters looked like.
Yeah.
So to me, it was just like, is that a door? And I was dead.
I wonder if it's control systems that we've just gotten used to, because I remember a review of a game from the Alien franchise releasing in like the PS1, maybe early PS2 era, and a game magazine that I was reading could not fathom the idea that firing the weapon was on R2. They were like, what on earth are you doing? And because it used to be X, Medal of Honor was fire X, and that made sense. But for somehow, even though the trigger is the natural button to press, it was just like people being like not trusting the advent of electricity. I was like, you have to go, I promise this is good. I promise this is worthwhile.
It's when Facebook started.
Yeah.
I remember being like, I will never leave MySpace.
Same. I said to my sister, I was like, what do you mean?
It will never catch on.
I can't obnoxiously play a song for people to hear the second they go onto my page.
I can't rank my friends from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I can't freeze their browser with an enormous glitter GIF that cascades down the entire page. Then I'm not interested,
It's not
Mark.
going to happen.
We wanted to burn Zuckerberg at the stake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Button Boys.
What was the first game you felt in control of, where you were like, I know what I'm doing?
I've got really vivid memory of my brother acquiring GTA Vice City, I think. And he'd gotten bored of it. So the PlayStation was in my bedroom. I think he was in his World of Warcraft era, so he was doing a lot of PC games.
Yeah.
And so the PlayStation was in my room. I never was interested in online gaming. And I'd gotten a pink CD for Christmas, pink CD called I'm Not Dead.
As in the singer Pink.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, not just a CD that's pink.
I thought you were like...
that doesn't play anything.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with what I've got.
I was like, but when you said Vice City, I was like, yeah, it came on a pink CD, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it?
I think
Yeah,
it
it's that
did.
Miami
yeah.
color scheme.
Maybe it wasn't Vice City then.
Oh my God. I mean, also, again, severely colourblind person here. Last night when I was playing Mafia Old Country, I was given the mission of find a man in the market with a red waistcoat, and I had to wait for Katie to come home.
Oh,
Surely they have an accessibility feature on
I
there.
think they did, but I was sort of like, how would that change the game? Like, it would just be like, change it with a man in the grey waistcoat.
but you're always really annoyed because the accessibility for colorblind people is like so patronizing. So it would have been like, find the man holding all the fireworks that
yeah, find Elton John. Yeah. All right, yeah.
Find Elton John brackets Daffy Duck costume here in the 1907 Sicilian market. It's Elton John in the Daffy Duck, and he's on the piano in the square, and everyone is clapping.
He's playing Rocket Man.
Yeah. I should. It was also obvious.
Oh man!
And I remember doing the missions, and I'm in this. Okay, you want details? Of course you do. I'm eating something called Cadbury's Snowballs.
Yeah.
White on the outside, chocolate on the inside.
Still exist, and they exist in a sort of like 1 in 1 out policy with the cream egg. I'm like, once you know what the time of year is based on.
Yeah.
Convenience shops, yeah.
And I've got a single bed, so that's how young I am. And I'm listening to Pink, and I'm playing that game, and I'm doing the missions, and I'm finally understanding, and I'm too old for all of this to be clunking into place. But I'm finally understanding that it's not just about getting the police to chase you.
Yeah. Vice City's really fucking hard. And I don't know if it's now harder playing it on that control scheme because you go, it's so unintuitive.
Yeah.
Rockstar had another game, Manhunt, and then Manhunt 2 famously got banned. But Manhunt has got Brian Cox from Succession as like the narrator.
Oh, really?
And you're a guy, like a convicted criminal who's forced to basically take part in a number of snuff films in order to basically sort of earn his freedom. I maybe gave it half an hour before I was like, the controls don't make any sense anymore.
Yeah.
You couldn't rotate the camera back in the day.
What?
So everything would just zoom behind you. It was like dizzying as an experience. I'm saying this from having played it a couple of years ago. I probably would have been in my element in like 2003, being like a 13-year-old boy being like, yes, let's kill these horrible men.
Nostalgia-wise, I did play a lot of PC games, actually. So I played Age of Empires. I played the Lord of the Rings version of Age of Empires. What was that called?
I would have loved to have played
Battle
that.
for Middle-earth or something like that.
Yeah.
Which was very fun.
That was big at friends of mine. That was big for them.
Yeah.
They loved it. I never owned it.
Of course, I will never stop talking about cats and dogs,
Yes.
where you could crossbreed your cats and dogs.
Together.
I don't know if I've made this up, so if somebody might come and correct me. But I think I was eugenixing these cats and dogs.
Yeah.
I think I was making cat dogs. I think I was.
You're trying
Somebody's going to be like, no, you didn't. And I'll be
Yeah,
like,
that's
no,
not-
I
that was-
swear
yeah.
I did. I
You're
swear
the-
to God.
you're the Saruman
I was making
of-
these creepy little dog cat things.
Whom do you serve?
Were they
Yeah.
alive?
And then I was like selling them to my friends. I've got a feeling. Yeah, they were alive. They came
Right,
out
okay,
alive.
yeah,
They didn't
yeah.
come out dead. No.
Yeah.
They were alive. And
As they should have done. They were, it's
Yeah.
but that would have been realistic.
even looking at them is a sin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
But I loved that.
I had a bunch of games that I played where my friend Chris, who, if you join our Patreon, you can get access to our Discord. And my friend Chris is in the Discord.
Yes.
Can you find him?
Yes.
We are tempting you.
It's
with
like the Mario Where's Wally game.
access to Chris.
Yeah.
So my friend Chris lived like 3 houses away-ish. And he had a Nintendo 64. So he was the keeper of GoldenEye.
Those
was the-
yeah. Guy in my score, jealous of him for having N64.
He had
Everyone wanted to go over.
Mario Kart, which was N64 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mario's always been Nintendo.
Yeah. So it's Mario Kart, GoldenEye. I can't remember the
Quake?
other.
Unreal
no,
Tournament, I
no,
think, was
never.
one as well. Oh, Quake was good.
Well, they're still using the Unreal Engine for so many shooters.
Which is
now.
crazy to me.
Yeah.
Castlevania he had, but I mean, like it was like a 3D Castlevania, like third person. That was something I was really, really envious of. Mine was PlayStation. I got envious of a friend of mine who had one and he was playing Final Fantasy VII, and I couldn't believe that Cloud Strife would say shit in cutscenes. Like it was written down, but I was like, but it's a game. They're not allowed to. It was like Sonic saying fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just
Yeah.
As he gets hit and loses all his rings, you just hear like, fuck.
fuck.
Or just a really muffled, like,
We get that fucking hell every episode, I think, from a different beloved character.
It's never not entertaining to me.
but if it was like,
Like it's stuff to say.
I
it's
think
like,
we've had it from Pikachu, we've had it from Sonic.
but if it was like the kind of the way you swear when you are dropping something really heavy, really gradually. Fucking shit, oh fuck! You'd be like, oh, I really don't want him to get hit now. This is
But
horrible.
then he'd go back to sort of like smiling and looking at the camera and doing that finger waggly. Yeah. But Dr. Robotnik would come in and be like, right, you fucking cunts, let's do this.
You fast blue cunt. It's bit on the nose from the good doctor. You're a man of science, aren't you? You're a man of learning.
Yeah, and I call it what it is. It's a fast blue cunt. Faff around.
I observe. I'm a scientist.
You lost me there for a minute because I tried to Google whether cats and dogs could
crossbreed.
And did you make it clear it was a game that you
No.
were referring to?
Google very calmly explained to me that they could not.
But was it like that AI where it's like, great question?
Yeah, no.
Funny you should ask.
No, it was
Great
AI,
question,
and
yes.
the first thing was no, comma. A firm no.
I think if you ask the right way, the AI would just say yes.
Yes.
Did you-
Please tell me the.
Did you have any friends, or maybe of your brother's friends, or people who had like the other console, and so you could sort of go and experience them?
No, not really. I really don't have many Nintendo memories. Like that's why I've never sort of connected with, especially like now when we talk about newer games coming out and those sort of really nostalgic sort of old arcadey graphics.
Yeah.
I'm like, bah, where are the people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are the people with the normal limbs? You know?
Yeah.
Well, I felt this way when I got a Switch, that I was so late to Mario that to me felt a bit like Lil Sebastian in Parks and Rec. Everyone's like, Mario, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like I don't know what I'm meant to be looking at here.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy the main Mario games that come out, like Odyssey or Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which came out a couple of years ago, which is one of the best games of the year. But for the most part, whenever like a new Mario Tennis comes out or whatever, I'm like, okay.
I tell you what, I used to play with a friend of mine when I was like sort of 15. I had a friend called George. I still have a friend called George. We're still friends. But and this was a very like we're 15 and he's a boy, and at the time I identified as a girl, and we're going to sit in his bedroom. And what was the Mario game that came out? That was mainly on like Wii. I think it was the sort of Wii era.
Or would it have been one of the Galaxy ones, maybe? I don't know. Was like a like third person Mario you're
It
exploring?
was like
or
some
was-
Smash Brothers, I think, maybe
Right, okay,
something
yeah.
like that. And we would play that together, and I was shit.
Yeah.
I was so shit. But he found that funny. So
Yeah.
that's how we bonded.
I think Nintendo was always a good social console to have. One of my housemates in uni had a Wii, and that was a good one because
Yeah.
Call of Duty on the Wii was incredible because you plugged the nunchuck into the controller and you had to hold both parts up separately. So you held it up like a rifle. That was brilliant.
I couldn't believe that kind of stuff when it started happening.
Yeah.
Because the first, I've talked about Medal of Honor Allied Assault, my first first-person shooter, and my first experience of that, you could go online and compete against humans.
And you had to like lie down.
Yeah, because I got machine gunned so horribly, I had to go recover, like in a field hospital. But that game, like, you could crouch and that was it. And there was no aiming down the sights. The crosshairs were just like painted on your screen forever.
Yeah.
And you're essentially just constantly firing from the hip as accurately as you may. That was it. Only the sniper could aim. So the idea that you could one day get nunchucks that actually hold up like a rifle and
Oh,
unbelievable.
My brother and I used to play a lot of PC games, and I remember being so excited because somehow we'd acquired like a gaming joystick thing. We were like, this is going to change how we play. Like, I think probably Crazy Taxi or something.
Yeah.
We're going to play it with a joy. And it was like, I think we had some kind of flying game as well, like Spaceship or something. It was shocking. This thing, it didn't work. And the disappointment. A lot of the time I remember like gaming as a kid was like the expectation level was so far away from the reality of what you got.
Yeah.
Well, because a friend would explain it badly usually. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or
like,
you just build it up in your head as this unbelievable thing, and then it'd be fucking shite.
Well, a friend of mine, it ended up being one of my favourite games as a kid, but when a friend of mine told me about Roller Coaster Tycoon, in my head, I was like riding the roller coasters in real life, and I was like, can't wait for there to be Nemesis in my bedroom.
Yeah.
That's a weird sentence to say. Can't wait for there to be a Nemesis.
Just in reality, you should have been imagining the job of largely running a business.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about
Being
adjusting
responsible for
ticket
thousands
prices.
of people every day.
Yeah, in which everyone pays for individual rides. Why is that a thing in theme park-based games?
Yeah.
I always make the rides completely free and then charge expensive ticket admission. Everyone's like, everyone thinks your park's too expensive. And it's like, because once you get in there, you get unlimited log flume. You got fucking log flume on tap. You fucking ungrateful shit. Fuck you.
But that's what makes it a realistic game. The general public would behave like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It shows me being burnt at the stake. I got the bad ending in Roller Coaster Tycoon again. I got killed by the villagers
They rose up against me again.
because they didn't like Ripsaw.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Someone's flying a flag from the top of the tallest roller coaster.
The first console I had was PS1. We got 3 games on that day with me and my sister wrapped it on Christmas Day. Toka Touring Cars, which we had very little interest in, Spyro the Dragon and Tomb Raider.
Oh,
and
Spyro,
yeah. But again, I spoke about this on the pod before, Spyro the Dragon. We played it 1 hour a day, every single day for a year and never finished it. And then I played it in lockdown and again, it took me like 2 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Was I just
Hold
a
on.
thick kid?
I bought the remastered Spyro, and it's fucking hard.
Oh.
What, flying through the hoops and stuff?
I hate
Oh,
flying.
you can't fly for shit.
I hate
No.
that flying through the hoops game. Don't bother, mate. Wait.
Yeah.
You're too small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no point. Walk.
Yeah. You can walk.
Yeah, you got little wings, you got little legs. It's not going to work.
You're good at headbutting.
Barely.
The headbutting felt amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And I imagine on like haptics that must feel great even now.
Oh,
And
those
those
little
enemies running
things that
around.
you have to chase.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking fuck off.
A couple of times when we still lived in South Africa, we got an original Game Boy because my uncle, and this is the kind of thing that children say when they lie, my Uncle Mike, who lives in America,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
my gran would go and visit him and she'd come back with some,
And he works at Nintendo.
and he works at Nintendo and he's Mario's best friend. And they do plumbing together. My gran would come back with like a Game Boy, which just blew our fucking minds that you could hold a thing in your hand like that. And my gran and my mum got really good at Mario.
Really?
Like the original
That's pretty
Mario.
cool.
Yeah, that's
They were
funny.
really good at it. And my
Yeah.
gran was my gran who lived with us in my gran's room. That's where the PS1 was.
Right,
Because she got a PS1 from my Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
And
she
it was
did
her. She
this
didn't bring it
Gran's
back and give it to
PlayStation.
you.
Yeah.
No. Well, it was me and
She's
my
like-
2 sisters. That was
She's
the
walking
problem.
in with the most glorious thing in the world and going, no, this is mine.
This is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Grandma's console.
After Corrie, I play Twisted Metal.
Grandma's having a solid snake time. Or,
That's like a grandmother hiring a bouncy castle and going, no.
Yeah. Just watching this octogenarian just flopping around.
but she did a Crash Bandicoot to 99.9% completion and could not figure out how to get it to 100, and nor could we.
Oh, man.
Wow.
It's probably a glitch or something.
Or just like, oh, this is the most gems you can get. But like, she was incredible at it. Like all the time trial stuff. Like she got all the masks, all of it.
Are you attempted to avenge her?
Find Crash Bandicoot and skin him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not
Yeah.
get that 0.1%. No.
No.
I meant kill the bandicoot. of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. We've got to kill the Bandicoot. He's the last one of his kind.
We're officially calling out the bandicoot on this pod.
Yeah.
Where's the
Yeah.
0.01%?
Pierre would like to box Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Your
buy
days
it.
are numbered. Start running, you cunt.
Yeah.
I'll skin him and make a big hat out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine.
This is my
Imagine
Bandicoot
he turned
hat.
up one day, a big orange hat on. We're
Yeah,
like, hey
but-
Pierre,
but
nice hat.
The front is still his face.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
And
did you win that
occasionally
from
it
a-
just spins.
Did you win that from a theme park? Because it smells and it looks real.
because it's got visible blood stains on it.
And the eyes aren't like coordinated.
No. Well, the
Yeah.
eyes have been pecked out long ago by crows. I still haven't got glass ones yet to put in there. Glass Bandicoot eyes. If anyone knows anyone, and maybe on Etsy, that makes glass
But it's
Bandicoot
just like
eyes.
normal glass human eyes sort of thing. Yeah, there's two. I don't. Yeah.
That's making it weird.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
snooker balls.
But the red ones.
Yeah, the red ones. It looks children are very frightened when I wear it out. when I
Crimson Bandicoot.
when
Yeah.
when I go around Big Tesco, everyone's really upset, and I get the shop to myself.
But no one ever reports to the police because they don't know what the crime is.
Yeah, what do they say?
Something halfway through the 999 call before they go, you know what, just don't worry about it.
Yeah. Do you know Crash Bandicoot? Forget it. Forget it. Yeah.
I'm hearing myself say it. I'm hearing myself say it.
And snooker? Fuck. Yeah.
It's a hat now. He's made it, but it's really horrible. So that you know what? It doesn't. I'll figure it. I'll ask him.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
I'll ask him. Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's been lovely chatting nostalgia. I reckon we'll do another one of these in the near.
Well, we won't get any more nostalgic.
No, but like...
Oh, there's more though.
There's more consoles and, what a real turning point for you, like visually and stuff like that. There have been other Christmases,
I'll have more memories.
There'll be more memories. There'll be more memories.
It comes slow because I live in a cotton wool bubble. Fucking... Yeah.
But there's been too much nice positivity, and it's time to gripe.
Yeah.
My gripe this week: a game that introduces a playable character just a bit too late for you to care.
Yeah.
This happens in Baldur's Gate 3. You acquire so much of your party in Act 1 that inexplicably it then offers you 2 brand new characters in Act 3, by which point you are 90 hours in. You've got your friends. Like, I don't know about you, have you reached an age where you're like, I kind of got enough friends?
Yeah.
Like, if I go to a wedding where I don't know anyone and people are like, but you'll make new friends. I'm okay.
I'm not here for that.
I'm okay. Yeah. I've got enough.
I'm
I
here
think.
to drink the free booze with the current friends I have.
With the current friends I have.
Yeah.
If possible.
Final Fantasy IX did this in a really, really fucking vile way. And Final Fantasy IX is one of my favourite games ever. I've mentioned it before on here. There is a character called Amarant who looks so cool. And he's got big claws, and he's a big sort of like beefy sort of barbarian type character, but is introduced in like fucking disc 3 or 4. So by that point, he's not going to end up in your party.
Yeah.
So what happens is in Final Fantasy IX, there's like 8 playable characters overall. You've got your 4, you love them up. God, by the end of the game, they're like level 99, they're amazing. There is a bit in the game where all your 4 characters, your main party gets imprisoned, and the game makes you play as the 4 you haven't been playing as, and it's like, play as these guys for a few hours. But you are so underleveled because the game did not warn you about this, and it is an almost impossible bit of the game.
So you hate them.
Fuck, exactly. I wish I'd met you earlier. It's sort of like, it's like resenting someone that you wish you could have met them earlier on in your life.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like the game is just saying play with oven gloves on.
Yes.
Now do oven gloves.
Yes.
Oven gloves mode.
Yes.
That's mad that they wouldn't even let you level them up.
It is crazy, but look, it was like the early 2000s, so it was just, the thing, it was a different time.
It was the Wild West out there.
Yeah, you couldn't get away with that sort of stuff nowadays. Too woke. No.
Yeah.
Fun fancy.
The world's a bit too Italian, isn't it?
Yeah, so
what?
we'll be talking more about the Spanish and more about the woke Final Fantasy series in the no. Well, look,
good.
I think that brings us towards the end of today's main episode. Look, if you enjoyed this episode and you cannot wait till next week's episode and you're like, I need more Button Boys in my life, you can always sign up to our Patreon. Now, on the free tier, you get access to the Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, it's just a chat app where hundreds of listeners who like to listen to the show, we will just chat about games and what we've been playing. You can suggest gripes and features on the show and what you like. But also, if you sign up to our paid tier of the Patreon, which is literally the price of a cup of coffee a month, you get a whole full episode every single week in which there are more gaming gripes, more video gaming chat. We're doing a weekly playthrough of Dark Souls, and then at the end we always recommend a game that we love, what we think you may not have heard of. It's definitely worth signing up for, and we'd love to see you there. But in the meantime, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next week. Thank you to Borderlands 4 for sponsoring us. Thank you, Sarah Keyworth. Thank you, Pierre Novelli. And thank me, Glenn Moore. Goodbye, everyone.
Button Boys.